Hello everyone, Ben here. Just a quick update as I'm at my third month now, post-op. Exactly the third month to the day. I've worked it out. So far from post-op, I'm 6 stone and 1 pound down. Officially post-op, I'm like 4 stone 7 down. But I include the pre-op because you have to, because you just go on a mad pre-op diet where you just cut out any sugar. You're on like yogurts and soup and stuff, and you lose weight rapidly doing that. So I'm definitely including that. So mega pleased with that. I have got to the point now where I used to be a 46 waist. I'm one of these people who have kept clothes for like 10 years. They've all been washed, obviously, but I went through my wardrobe a few days ago, and I'm starting to run out of stuff to wear. I had to buy this t-shirt from Boohoo because I was running out of t-shirts. This is an XL, I think. Can we double check that? Oh, I haven't got my glasses on, I can't see. I think it's an XL or it's a 2XL because it's quite baggy on me. Might be a double XL. But I'm wearing 38 jeans now. And I have to wear a belt because every week I'm still losing like 4 or 5 pounds. And I've got a friend of mine who is about 14 stone and is like 5'11". And like every time I see him, which is like once every couple of weeks, he's just like, you're catching up with me in terms of the weight. You're going to be like my size soon, and I'm like, that'll be amazing. One day, hopefully. I would still like to get, if I got to around 15 stone, I would be loving life. So let's see. I originally started at 25 stone 2, and I'm now 19 stone 1, and every day the pounds are dropping off. So let's talk about food. Since my last video, I was basically cleared to eat whatever I wanted, and I got to the point where I was trying stuff out. Some stuff went down just fine, and I could eat it just fine. Say I go out with some friends, I have a starter, which is chicken wings. Like there's a bowl of 8 of them. They're really well cooked, and they're dripping in like some hot buffalo sauce or whatever it's called. Because my taste buds have changed so much, I can't taste the heat, which is a real shame. But if there's little 8 medium size, like about that big, in between my fingers, I would just rip the meat off with my fork, and I'd probably eat 3 of them, and then I'm done. And then I can share them out with my friends, and they can eat them. So like that goes down just fine. A sausage sandwich goes down just fine. 2 slices of bread cut down the middle. I'll have one half of that, and I can't eat any more. Sometimes, I genuinely believe if I eat half a sandwich, I'm probably eating too much because I do get a bit of pain in my stomach every so often. But last weekend I went to London, and I grabbed a sandwich on the way. The only sandwich they had in this shop, which was a chicken salad sandwich. It looked fine. I checked all the nutrition information. I'm like, right, let's give that a go. I love chicken. And I was probably in pain for about an hour after I ate that. There was just like pain in my little pouch stomach here. I was constantly like burping. I get that now anyway when I eat. For like 5 minutes or so after I eat, there's burping. Not loud burps, but you can feel it coming up. I do take antacid or antacids, whatever they're called. But I still feel it. I've got used to that now. Just 5 minutes after I eat, little burps like that. But yeah, that chicken, that scared me. I didn't want to have that pain ever again. I felt discomfort. I felt pain for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then just general discomfort until the end of that day. And I ate the sandwich at like 6 p.m. and I got a train back from London at like 11 p.m. and I still felt mild discomfort. I just couldn't bring myself. Yeah, my stomach was just crying out to me. But so since then, I've gone back to basics. I'm still eating my protein shake or drinking my protein shake every day. I have all my minerals and vitamins and stuff in the morning. Lunch at the moment is pretty much a soup, just until I'm mentally prepared enough to try and eat more solid stuff. Saying that, yesterday I went to Silverstone races to watch a friend of mine race. The healthiest food I could find was a burger, and as I've said before, you don't really feel hunger, but the way my body tells me that I'm hungry is either A, I start getting hiccups. They're not very violent, but they're frequent, or I start burping. So, like that, I'll just sit there and I'll be like, "Sorry, everyone, I didn't mean to do that." And I know my stomach's empty, so I don't really feel pain or discomfort in my stomach when I know I'm hungry. But anyway, the healthiest thing I find was a burger. So I took the buns away. The burger itself, it was standing room only, so I had to just stand there and like just rip apart the burger with my hands and take little chunks. And I probably got about halfway through. The burger tasted great, to be honest. And I didn't really notice any discomfort from that. No, that was fine. So what I believe is I just had a sandwich that just really didn't agree with me whatsoever. Really, really, really didn't agree with me. I know to avoid that now is a Sainsbury's chicken salad sandwich. I ain't having more of them ever again. I'd have had a BLT sandwich if they had them in stock, because I can stomach them just fine. That's bacon, lettuce and tomato. What the fuck did they put into the chicken salad that made me feel so ill? God knows. But yeah, as I say, I've been stocking up on soups recently. Been making some homemade soups and vegetable soup. Been eating stew this week. Having a go at eating stew, which has little bits of beef in, some potato, just fine. I think I'm just mentally scarred from that chicken sandwich, because I was on a roll at that point. Like everything I'd eaten, I'd been just fine with, and then the chicken salad sandwich just ruined me. So I think I need to grow a pair and get back on trying new food. Any other issues that I've had that are worth flagging for someone who's at 3 months after a gastric sleeve? Clothes. Run out of clothes to wear. I used to be a 46 waist. All my old clothes just piled in my bedroom, ready to take to a charity shop or something. Because yeah, I'm now wearing, this is an XXL t-shirt, which is fairly baggy on me. It's actually, yeah, it's fairly big. I could wear an XL just fine. I had to buy this a few days ago because I just run out of like t-shirts, so I bought a couple of random t-shirts. I'm now wearing 38 waist jeans, which put a massive smile on my face. I'd kept a few jeans in my wardrobe back there. I'd hoarded them for a while because they were nice jeans. They cost me a lot back in the day, like some designer jeans. And just to fit into them, so I'm in a 38 jean, and I have to wear a belt, probably on like the third or fourth notch, like it's pretty tight. So I'm going to start ordering some 36 jeans soon. I didn't think I'd ever say that. The crazy thing is now I can actually walk down into the town, and if I wanted to, I could pop into a menswear store like Burton's and actually buy some clothes, because I've not been able to do that for 8 years. Kind of crazy. But yeah, clothes is a big thing. I've not spent that much. I've probably spent about 50-60 pound on clothes since my surgery in the first 3 months. If I hadn't hoarded so much stuff, I think I'd have probably spent like 200-300 quid on clothes. And begrudgingly, because I know I can only wear certain clothes. Like that, those 38 jeans are soon going to be sent to the charity shop as well. Or maybe not. They're quite valuable. They cost a lot of money. But yeah, is there anything else worth mentioning? I do occasionally get constipated. The worst it's ever been for me, though, and I can't really complain about this, is like 2 days or 2 nights, I should say. If I ever feel like I'm constipated, there's plenty of medication out there that just loosens the stool. But yeah, it's fairly infrequent, probably once a week maximum, if that, to be honest. I'm going to have my B12 injections in the next like 10 days. I can't remember the date. Now, for those of you who don't know about B12 injections, I called up my GP, and they basically offered me to do it myself. And they said, "Would you be okay with that?" And I went, "Oh yeah, I'd have to do the injections in my stomach during, for 2 weeks after my surgery." And then they went, "Oh," and I also said, "Yeah, I mean, it only took like 2 seconds. Just plop it in, thin needle, done. Do that twice a day." The B12 injections, she said, "Oh, well, these are a little bit different. They're quite a lot thicker, and they need to be administered in the buttocks." So I was like, "I'm out. You guys can do that the first time. If it looks fairly straightforward, then sure, prescribe me the injections. I'll do them myself moving forward, because they're every 3 months. I only have to do them once. I'm sure I'll be fine, but I think I've got over my phobia of needles after having no choice but to have to inject in my stomach." What's the other stuff? I'm on a repeat prescription for the antacids, and I don't think that's going to end anytime soon. I think I'll do them for about a year. That's fine. Something that's definitely improved is my sleep. Pre-surgery, I'd find myself on a good day sleeping 6 hours or something. And I use something called Sleep Cycle, which is really good for tracking your sleep, obviously. And basically, it's telling me now my average is more like 7 hours 45 minutes or something over the last few weeks. I found that I still snore quite a lot because it records. Oh shit! Are you getting audio? Oh dear! Have I just put something on? Oh, I am watching the football. Apologies if you got some audio. I'll mute that. I still find myself snoring quite a lot. I didn't have sleep apnea. And I'm just hoping the more weight I lose, the less I'll snore, which I think will be the case as everything just gets thinner and thinner and thinner. So I'll leave it on this. I was told by everyone who'd had it done, take pictures. It's the easiest way of tracking how you look and how you look to other people. I took a face-on picture of myself, half naked, in front of a mirror, once a week, and then I could scroll through the pictures and I can't see any difference. But then what I did was I looked back at the first video I ever made on this channel, and then if you compare my face and the size of my stomach and my body, the difference is massive. So if you're planning to have this surgery done, even if you don't make YouTube content, I'd recommend just documenting it, recording stuff beforehand. And here's an important one that I don't think is going to affect me. I'm assuming it won't affect me yet, but I will mention I've not noticed any hair loss yet. I have noticed there was some patches on my beard. It could have been me not shaving properly. It's fairly consistent, and then there's just a blotch, and it was the same the other side. I think I just didn't shave properly. But in terms of my stomach, which I'm going to show, oh, you can't see it from where you are. I'm not noticing any loose skin apart from my calves, which isn't really excess or loose skin to me. I'm not sure, but it's a little bit of sagging skin, which isn't hideous to look at. So I'm waiting for the day when my stomach starts doing odd things. There's still a long way to go in terms of losing all my fat from around my stomach. You can't really see it, but you can see I can lift it up. It was all the way out here before. But yeah, we can see my marks. Let me move my vape out of the way. 1, 2, 3, and then the big incision where they pulled the stomach out, which is here where my finger is. There. Yeah. I'll end on this. I have had a lot more confidence. I've been able to wear some wicked clothes, go out in go out smart casual, wearing a shirt and jeans, tuck the shirt in, put the belt on, wear this really nice coat, makes me look very swanky and professional. I couldn't have done that before because I couldn't find any way that would make big enough suit jackets and stuff for me. Although saying that, I did find this. I'm actually going to stand up for a second so you'll basically see my full figure now. There. Let me show you my old jacket. So I went to a conference, not like 5 months ago, and I basically wanted to buy a nice suit jacket to wear. This grey thing. This is unbelievably. Have I got the size here? I haven't, but I think it's like 5XL. So if I put this on now, there's a lot of space there, but I mean, it's almost like a bathrobe now. Look at that. Before, when I buttoned it up, there wasn't really a lot of room. I wasn't feeling very confident about wearing it. And if I go side on, oh, why am I zooming out? That gives you an idea of the distance, at least. There is a lot gone from my stomach area. So I might use it as a dressing gown now. Be a good idea. But yeah, I'll leave it at that, guys. If you've watched all the way to the end, then you're a star. Any questions, feel free to ask, and I will answer them as best I can. But for now, I think my next update will be at 6 months. Slowing down the content creation here, because I'm mega busy with life and work, and I've got a life to lead now. Now that I'm a slim guy. Also. Let me make a final point. Sorry, someone just sent me a text that was fairly important, so I just stopped for a second to read it. I'm like, oh. I have done an insane amount of steps. When I went to London last weekend, I think I did nearly 20,000 steps in a day. I would never have done that before in a bajillion years. Obviously, there's some muscle pain after that long day, but was never out of breath. I still find myself getting a bit hot and flustered when I'm power walking or just constantly on my feet. Like yesterday, I was at Silverstone. I was standing up for like 5 hours and walking around trying to find a good place to stand and watch the race. There was no seating available where I was. So I've done an insane amount of exercise and I feel fantastic. So yeah, anything you want to chat about in the comments, feel free. If not, great. I hope this is useful to somebody. It's definitely useful to me to say this stuff out loud. Well done, me. I do not regret it whatsoever at all. The greatest decision I've ever made. And I just wish to dear God I'd done it sooner, but I can't change the fact that I probably couldn't have afforded to do it like 5 years ago. And I didn't medically need it because I didn't have any issues with any complications, any medical complications. So this was my choice, but I'm so glad I did it. And until next time, if there is a next time, I'll catch you later.